Welcome to Journey with Scriptures, our daily podcast on the Bible. Today we are going to listen to a fragment from Psalm 99 that speaks about God's holiness, and our theme is going to be God's holiness and liturgy. Enjoy this episode, share it with others. God bless.
Psalm 99, verses 5 to 9. Extol the Lord our God and worship at his footstool. Holy is he. Moses and Aaron were among his priests, and Samuel among those who called upon his name. They called upon the Lord, and he answered them. From the pillar of cloud he spoke to them. They heard his decrees and the law he gave them. O Lord, our God, you answered them. A forgiving God you were to them, though requiting their misdeeds. Extol the Lord our God and worship at his holy mountain, for holy is the Lord our God.
3 times in Psalm 99 we hear that the Lord is holy. This statement reminds me of the vision of the prophet Isaiah, who saw the Lord sitting upon a throne and heard the seraphim calling to each other, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory." We sing that song during the Eucharist while approaching the mystery of our faith. The Hebrew word holy includes a range of meanings that indicate difference, separation, and uniqueness. When the biblical authors tell us that the Lord is holy, they mean that he is like no other. The holiness of God can be compared to the brightness of the sun that prevents the angels and us from looking directly at God. Both the seraphim and Moses covered their faces while standing in the presence of God. The holiness of God can also be compared to nuclear energy that evokes fear. Isaiah was so terrified seeing the Lord that he thought he was about to die. A similar experience is narrated in the book of Revelation, where St. John, witnessing the holiness of the risen Christ, fell at his feet as though dead. And yet the Holy One wants to communicate with us and adapts the modes of communication to our capabilities. In the Old Testament, the people could only hear God speaking to them. He also inspired certain people to communicate his words to the entire people of God. In the New Testament, we reach another level of communication. The Holy One made himself visible in Jesus Christ. St. Paul uses the metaphor of icon to describe this new mode of communication. Jesus Christ is the icon of the invisible God, and whoever sees him sees the Father. The ancient Israelites could communicate with God in the temple during the liturgical celebrations. We can still sense the power of that liturgy in the book of Sirach. The author describes a liturgy on the Day of the Atonement in the temple presided by the last high priest from the priestly line of Zadok, Simeon. We also approach the Holy Lord in our liturgical celebrations, particularly in the Eucharist. We come to worship the Lord, experience his mercy, and declare him our King, the one who alone is righteous and administers justice upon the earth. Created in God's image and likeness, we are called to holiness. Be holy because I am holy. Perhaps it may come as a surprise to many, but our sanctification takes place during the church liturgy. It is by participating in the liturgy that we are being built into a holy temple of the Lord, to the mature measure of the fullness of Christ, and strengthened to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ.